Kuala Lumpur railway station was designed by a British architect named Arthur Benson Hubbock, being one of Malaysia's oldest railway station along with the old Taiping railway station. It was then opened for public use on 1st of July 1911. The railway station was completed in 1910 to replace Residence Station, which was the first railway station in Kuala Lumpur. The station served as the city's main rail hub until the modern KL Central Station took over in 2001. Arthur Benson Hubbock, a British architectural assistant to the Director of Public Works, was responsible for the design of the station and incorporated the unique Anglo-Asian architecture in the station's design. At that time, this style of architecture was incorporated in designs of multiple surrounding buildings, namely the Sultan Abdul Samad Building, the Old City Hall, and the Jamit Mosque that predate the Kuala Lumpur railway station. The main structure of the railway station is primarily designed in a mixture of different architectural styles, particularly Moorish Revival, Neoclassical architecture, and Gothic architecture. It reflects the local Islamic identity in a relevant fashion, yet maintaining the characteristics of the British colony. The railway hotel, called the Station Hotel, which was later renamed the Heritage Station Hotel in 1996, occupied the northern sections of the central station and the upper floors of the station, with 170 rooms and an ornate lobby housing Charlie's Restaurant and Bar as of the late 2000s. By then, the once grand hotel had been reduced to that of a budget backpackers hotel. The hotel closed down in 2011 due to declining of patronage and a series of mismanaged renovations, and was reopened briefly in 2014 before closing down permanently later that year. In 1995, access to KTM commuter services was introduced at the station. On 15 April 2001, after long-distance intercity rail traffic was diverted to Kuala Lumpur Central, the importance of the original station diminished. While the raised height of the side platforms of the original station were readily usable from KTM commuter trains, the configuration of the island platform, which are platform 2 and 3, and access to services in the first 15 years of the commuter service meant that the original station could not be maximized for use as a transportation stop for electric trains until 2009 renovations raised the last of the original platforms. The platforms are covered by large steel frame shelters, which were initially shorter during the station's early operation. The roofs were originally glazed and were partially opened to allow smoke from the steam locomotives to escape. Corrugated roof sheets serve as replacements later in the station's life. The platforms and main buildings are linked to each other via 2 underground passageways. Other modifications made onto the old building included the rear wall of the station carved open and extended to accommodate a new station entrance, taxi stops, several office and retail spaces. 1986 remodeling also saw platform extensions to the north and a new station building in the area, which connected the General Post Office at the then newly completed Dayabumi complex. The design of the extended platform for the 1986 refurbishment of the station took a more modernist approach, consisting simply of large concrete pillars supporting a lattice roof and a ticket office on concrete slabs at the north end. White walls and arches that serve as decorations to the extension mimic design cues from both the old station and the Dayabumi complex. Kuala Lumpur railway station is a visual reminder of an era of British colony in Malaysian history. Conservation of its architecture not only allows the building to serve as a landmark, but also marks our country's identity today. However, as shown by the lack of patronage in its recent years, the architecture of the building itself is not enough to preserve the significance or human activity in the building. Fortunately, certain groups like DBKL, Think City, which is a subsidiary of Khazanah Nasional, and RAC are putting in plans and efforts to preserve, restore, and rejuvenate heritage buildings like the KL railway station. Think City has also proposed conservation and adaptive reuse of old KL railway station and office in conjunction with DBKL, with plans to improve streetscapes and public plazas. Railway Assets Corporation (RAC), the owner of all KTMB assets, is also in the process of calling for tenders and remedial work of the KL Old Railway Station buildings that are falling into disrepair and redevelopment project, as well as remedial work to prevent water prevention, which was the main cause of damage to the building. However, despite these plans to restore the station to its former glory, it's still currently in a state of dormancy and disrepair. And if the structure and spaces are not properly utilized, the building would eventually become nothing but a building without a soul, a hauntingly beautiful shell of what it once was.